a picture means 1,000 words. But if you ever thought about a portrait, like an actual painting, how many words can that express? And I thought I would bring on a professional artist to answer that. Karen Jakowski.
Hello.
Welcome to Geeks Are Sexy. Geeks Are Sexy is brought to you by Jakowski Studios, everybody. Yes, Karen Jakowski makes her own clothing line too. So I want to talk to you about how I met this magnificent woman. Because I went to First Friday with my better half. We were walking around the Arts Factory looking at all the galleries. And I came into this room and it's like tucked away, it's hidden in the back. And I said, I love these paintings. They were portraits. They were of different showgirls in Las Vegas. And I said, oh my God, I have to have this lady paint me. Because there's just one thing to have a photographer shoot you, which is awesome. But to have an actual artist paint you is a whole different story. So I went to the art gallery. I found Jakowski Studios. And that's how I met Karen. So Karen and I have been best friends. Well, I wouldn't say best buddies, but pretty close. And we have just been going all over the place to different restaurants. She's introduced me to all different places, and we've had a great time just staying in touch through the years. And so I wanted to bring her on the show to kind of talk to her about how she started as a graphic artist, as a cartoonist, as a professional portrait painter, and just kind of tell you guys and to all the starving artists, to all the artists out there trying to get forward a little bit, what are some of the things that Karen did? So Karen, let's first start off with, how did you become a artist?
Well, the funny thing is, I started off when I was about 3 years old. My grandmother and my mom would give me pantyhose, the Hanes pantyhose.
Love them
things.
in the eggs.
Yeah, and the eggs. Well, there also was the cardboard ones where it was wrapped around. You go to the grocery store and you could get it, and then there was like a paper that you can draw on. And basically, we reused the cardboard, so we were doing our recycling back then. And I would draw all sorts of different things, and then my grandmother would be like, "Oh, look, we got the pantyhose thing here." Grandkid just painted something on it. So that was where my start was on the back of the pantyhose cardboard.
I love it.
Things. And my relatives in Europe, they would send me Pelican paints, and I thought it was like the greatest thing on earth. I had a paint set, and I'm like getting to do what I want to do. And when you get to do what you want to do, this is like the greatest thing on earth. So as a little kid, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, because a lot of people are like, I can't draw. So what kind of made you say, I'm going to draw? This is what I want.
Well, the thing was, that was like the only thing I was good at as a little kid.
Some people have to be good at something.
Yeah, I was, when you get your grades in first grade, I was like getting A's in my art class. I was like,
Love it.
Okay.
So fast forward a little bit, and you wanted to become a professional artist.
Yes.
And one of the cool things about Karen, I want to tell you guys, is that she is like a super, super sexy geek. Now, at the time when the internet wasn't in, and the time when people were cartooning by hand, Karen actually wanted to be a graphic artist, design her own cartoons. Believe it or not, she actually took that skill to another level, and she has a job. And she, all those cartoon characters you see at the casinos when you're gambling, all those images, she helps draw those. And that what I think is the coolest thing when it comes to taking your talent to the next level. Now, Karen, how did you know that you wanted to not only take your artistic skills and do it as your professional career, but then take it on the side hobby and you portrait showgirls, you do all sorts of things, which I love the smoking monkey on your Twitter page, Karma Sultra. You have to check it out.
Well, first off, my father wanted me to become a secretary or a nurse, and I was just like, no, that's not going to happen, no matter what.
You'd be a sexy nurse, though. I have to say that.
That's pretty funny. I like that. But when I got into college, I was like, I wanted to just definitely do something where I can just, actually live happy. Mm-hmm. So when I got out of college, the first thing was we hit the recession. And I'm like, what am I going to do? And I actually got a job with Extreme Studios doing comic books.
That's so cool.
Back in the day when there hardly wasn't any women doing comics at all.
And how did you feel about that?
I thought I was just, there's nothing happens. Everything happens for a reason. I don't think it's just whim. you know, you put your destiny out there and you make it. And I wanted to do that. The first thing I wanted to do when I got out of college was do comics, and I landed that. So.
I was going to say how badass, because that's like a superpower in its own.
Yeah, so I was grateful for that. And then from there, I went on to do more animation for kids learning, and
that's cool.
And then go on from there. So, and then my goal was since I was little to have a gallery, you know, and I didn't know where or when it was going to happen, but then I was like hoping for it one day, and
that's difficult because you have to find the perfect place. The pricing can be difficult. All the people that you're sharing the gallery with, do you like them? Do you not like them? How did you find the Arts Factory?
The Arts Factory, I knew about it when I moved to town, and I you know how you always go, oh, I want to do something, but then you're too scared to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally I had a friend that I was working with that said, what's holding you back?
Seriously.
I go, who's holding you back? It's you that's holding you back. So
it's a fear.
Yeah.
The fear of, oh,
Terrifying.
this, oh, that, or, you know, so many things. And you did it, you went for it, and so now you've been there how long?
Close to 7 years.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because to have your own gallery, that's not easy. And on top of that, have a full-time job being an artist.
Yeah.
And you have your 2 Pomeranian poochies. Yeah, and your husband, Karen. Love it.
Yep.
So, or Carrie, excuse
Carrie.
me. I know, it's like Karen and Carrie. Karen and Carrie.
You can't forget 2 people that have close to similar names.
Yeah, I love it. But as an artist, what would you say, we'll say the artist tip of the day. For any artists out there that are passionate in what they do, they're trying to go to the next level. Sometimes they struggle, but before, you know, no matter what, every single day they wake up and they want to draw, what would you say would be some tips of inspiration for them?
I would say go to DeviantArt, go online, look at other artists to inspire you, you know, get new ideas, get a mentor. You know, the best thing you could do is have support system. If you don't have a support system, how are you going to think of new ideas, or even just, you know, someone to support you and guide you in the way you want to go? I have my own support system, and I have mentors that I feel are invaluable, and you know, I'm just.
Oh, you're gonna get me emotional. Stop it. Give out your social media, your .com, all that good stuff.
www.jakowskistudios.com, or you can find us.
She sells her T-shirts at her art gallery.
At the art gallery. Come down to First Friday next week.
Yay.
For Preview Thursday, if you don't like crowds, you know, some people can't handle so many people. So.
And if someone's interested in having you paint them,
yeah,
how can they get a hold of you?
You can call me at 702-204-9335, or go to the website, or on Facebook. You can find Jakowski Studios on Facebook or Twitter, and get a hold of me, and I can create your idea and your fantasy, anything you want.
I love it. And you know what I love? Our swap parties. The swap clothing parties. One's coming up. And where do you think we're going to go eat next time? I know you're talking about this new place. It's like a bakery. It's got like French pastries. I know she allures me with all these texts like, I just went to the best place ever.
On Rainbow.
Carb City.
Yes.
Woo! You know, here in Las Vegas, you can never get away from it.
Yeah.
But thanks for coming on Geeks Are Sexy.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Telling you what, everybody, don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back with some more great guests. You're watching Geeks Are Sexy right here on WCOBM.com.